Why is it important for you to know whether or not if people in your social circle have any hidden animosity or jealousy toward you? The reason why is because they're like a sleeping beast, right? They're like a snake, a serpent, ready to strike. Now, typically, you see I post and stuff about narcissistic, abuse and stuff like that, and that's typically going to usually affect people that have had long-term relationships with people. For example, a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, I discovered, my parents were a narcissist. I discovered, my spouse, my boyfriend, someone that they've been friends with for 20, 30 years." And if you are, a believer, I won't just say a believer of God, but just someone who actually follows, like a biblical structure or have any sort of uh, mental health background, or basically like for people who understand people with personality disorders. If you do not have that and you're just out here winging it with people with these personality types, you are in trouble. Okay, you're in trouble. Because if you have somebody around you who is a narcissist, it's not so much as if they will strike. The thing is when. When will they strike? Because they're like a serpent. They're like a snake. They'll sit around, they'll watch you on your birthday. They'll watch you graduate from college. They'll watch you get married. They'll watch you become a husband. They'll they'll watch. They monitor and they mirror. That's why it's so hard to discern, because if you look at and research online and social media, people say the same thing. And the crazy thing about it is that it's always someone that's close to you that you've known for a very long time. A very long time. That's why it hurts, because they're at every birthday, they're at every celebration, but what you'll start to notice is that, here's the thing. Are they supportive during your wins? Are they supportive when you get married? How do they react if you have a low point? Are they very assaulting when you become around mixed company? They're very manipulative. You need to be mindful, because these are the people that will flip on you. They cannot be trusted. If you research, gosh, I can't remember the therapist. I think it's Dr. Rami. I can't remember her name. But from their perspective, from a professional perspective, they have said that typically there's no cure. Now, under God, there's through deliverance and stuff like that. But typically, these aren't people that you can actually rationalize with, because they don't feel like they have a problem. They're going to gaslight you and say the problem is you. And if you don't conform to their beliefs, when that doesn't work, then that's when you hear about the snare campaign. They're going to tell everyone else that you're the problem. They're going to lie on you. They're ruthless, right? And when the lie doesn't work, they'll send people after you. Go look online, testimonies of people just trying to get away from these people. They're good actors. They acted around you for so many years. They acted like they were your friend. They acted like they were your biggest supporter. These are people that you let in your home. Some of you let them in your bed. It's very important, especially the way the world and stuff is going. You need to be mindful of the company that you keep. You cannot judge a person solely because they have a suit on or because they speak a certain way and you thinking that they're a good person. You need to be very, very strategic, very set in having some sort of boundaries. If you've never done it before, you need to make sure that you do it now. If you aren't a believer in Christ like I am, at the very least, you need to be studying people that have checking out personality disorders. You may even find that you may have some imperfections in yourself, and that's okay because I'm not here to bully nor antagonize anybody. I'm just here to kind of shine a light because these people have always been here. This isn't like some new phenomenon or some new discovery. Like they've always been here. The spirit in them has always been here. So that is why I always expose stuff like that. Not to bully or anything. It's just that people, it just hurts my heart hearing so many people having to deal and be around people like that. I've heard many people cry. A lot of men, they've, been manipulated by women, thinking that this woman was a good woman, but she was an excellent actor. She was an excellent actor. And they go through divorce, and some of them, they don't have nothing. The woman will lie and tell the world, oh, he abused me, he did all this stuff, and for a bit she will convince everybody. She will convince everybody. And even so much she will rather rally people against you, and it'll get you to a point where you will start to believe, well, was I the problem? No, that's part of gaslighting. It's not you, it's them. That's why I said I believe in a divine separation. Light and dark cannot mix. You guys, I know you guys want to be, sexually fluid or whatever. I personally, I don't believe in that. The way that this stuff is happening in the world, and it's very systematic. These are people who have very dark, strong spirits in them. And you having fun one night on one day, and you intertwine with these people, whatever is on them transfers to you. And what don't transfer to you can oppress you. So when you have these people who have jealousy and animosity towards you, it will feel very oppressive. For example, you may, because of the way of how they react, when you have certain accomplishments, you will start to feel, well, I don't want to share my accomplishments. And then it'll go for Melanie, do I not want to share my accomplishments? I don't want to go out and do anything because they make it seem like I'm bragging or like I'm doing something wrong. Some of you have certain gifts and you cannot. Maybe you play an instrument. You could have people that are jealous of your gifts. Some of you are great public speakers, but when you get and you talk and stuff in a midst a room of people, they're very insulting. Some of you are very handsome. Some of you are very beautiful. You may not know that, but your friends know that. That's why when it comes to them planning events or hanging out, they don't invite you. Because you'll get all the attention. Remember, the devil is subtle, right? These are little things that they've done. And you just chopped it up as it was nothing. And of course, if you would address them, make an insulting comment, as if you would address them, asking, why are, they clowning or whatever, they'll switch and say it's just you. No, it's just you. You're just being sensitive. That's called gaslighting. Just being sensitive. Oh, we forgot to invite you. Oh, you probably wouldn't have liked it anyway. But if you start to notice a pattern with that, especially if you have a group of friends and they keep not inviting you, pay attention. Fellas too, there's a lot of men who are jealous. They can't tell you they're jealous. You have to be mindful because a lot of times people don't see it until it blows up in their face. And you don't want to wait that long. You want to be able to discern before that. You get discernment, use discernment, understand who these people are so that there can be a divine separation from them.